Oof. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I got stuck in something, so came late. Uh, so today I'm going to talk about this aggregation age, and do I have the what? So I will basically when I want to say aggregation, essentially I want to say okay. I want to show you this slide. So a lot of people who are crypto active in crypto, they must have seen last year. This has been a lot of like talk about modular blockchains and whatnot. And before that, also like there used to be these monolithic blockchains. And what are monolithic blockchains? So monolithic blockchains are basically one single blockchain where you have a lot of all the smart contracts on one single layer, like Solana, like Ethereum, even Polygon POS. These chains are monolithic blockchains, means one single blockchain, all the applications are deploying on one single blockchain. Then came in the modular architecture where you can have hundreds and hundreds of chains, and then and your scalability is technically unlimited. In the monolithic blockchains, your composability is very high between smart contracts, but the scalability is limited because you are on one single state machine. Modular, you can have like unlimited scalability, but the problem is fragmentation. Like many of you guys might have heard about this, that this bridging problem. Like there are already around 100 to 200 blockchains in the space, and if you want to use a blockchain, you have to bridge your assets from one blockchain to another blockchain using some complicated bridge, taking security assumptions and whatnot. And that has led to this problem that everybody is discussing, is the fragmentation. And so the next stage of this modular blockchains or modular kind of architecture is the aggregation architecture. I'll explain a little bit about that. So let's first go into this, like why, like this is a long statement, I should shorten it, but basically if you read the last part of it, like what is the mission of Polygon? At Polygon, we are very, very clear that we want to create the blockchain architecture which can scale to the level of internet. That means, level of internet means it has unlimited scalability. So I'm not saying 10,000 TPS, like, TPS is a very big matrix. Everybody in crypto likes TPS. I'm not saying 10,000 TPS. I'm not saying 20,000, or like Solana says 50,000 TPS. Some blockchains say 100,000 TPS. I'm talking about 1 billion TPS. How about 10 billion TPS, right? So Polygon is building for that architecture which can create an environment. Like internet today, if you see, there's no TPS in internet, but literally the bandwidth is unlimited on the internet. Similar way, we believe that it should happen for Web3. The blockchain should have unlimited scalability. And that's the architecture we are building towards, because then and only then we can take the blockchains to this internet scale. Basically, as I explained that, last year till mid 2023, before that it was all monolithic blockchains, like one single blockchain, all applications inside the one blockchain. There is a monkey NFT airdrop happening, and then the gas fees is high for everyone. All the blockchains, if there is congestion, all the applications on the blockchains are running slow, and the gas fees is high. So, but then towards the end of 2023 and early 2024, we are seeing this modular or this stack-based, revolution, like, which has OP stack and Polygon CDK and so many other stack, where people are launching their own blockchains. And what's happening is now we have this fragmented kind of environment where there are hundreds and hundreds of these chains. In this diagram, it shows few blockchains, but if you go to, let's say, L2 beats, you see there are like 100 blockchains listed over there. And there are like at least 3x that are not listed there. And I can tell you internally, I think by end of this year, probably we will be at 500 to 1,000. You can see for an end user, the user experience starts becoming very confusing. Imagine you were on the internet And you have to, if you are on mobile, you have to connect to a different internet. If you want to connect to a US website, you have to connect to a different network. If you want to access a Hong Kong website, you have to connect to a different network. Imagine if that was the experience. None of us, we will not have 5 billion or whatever, 2, 3 billion users on the internet with that kind of user experience. And we cannot expect blockchains to have like 100 million users with that kind of experience. Previously, the experience is, okay, I go to Ethereum, but the gas fees was very high. Or I go to like any single chain, Polygon, POS, Solana, whatever it is. And then, but like on Polygon, POS or Solana, everywhere the transaction fees keeps on going up if all of users are coming over there, right? And so the idea or the modular thesis says that every application should have their own blockchain. And if that is the reality, so which is true on the internet today. Let's say you are using any app like WhatsApp. WhatsApp is not using some shared servers. Those servers are WhatsApp servers, right? But on blockchains, most of the big applications you use like Uniswap, right? Uniswap is on Ethereum or let's say any other blockchain, Polygon, POS, Arbitrum. It is sharing the block space with everyone else. So if the gas fees because of some application goes up, your gas fees on your usage of Uniswap also goes up. This is not how the Web 2 works. In Web 2, each application has their own servers. And we believe, and this is what we are seeing in the blockchain space also, that you will see more and more and more app chains and few ecosystem chains. Like now I say these shared chains, Polygon, POS, Solana and all that, they are all ecosystem chains. Arbitrum One, OP Mainnet, Base, these are all ecosystem chains. But individual apps who are the app builders are more and more thinking towards creating their own app chain so that they control how much transactions are there, what are the gas fees are there, and their user experience. And so, but the problem, as I said, that with these multiple blockchains environment is that fragmentation. User has to bridge their assets and whatnot. What aggregation does is, and this is our product like AgLayer, I don't know how much time I have, so I'll quickly move over there, is that AgLayer is a zero knowledge based solution from us, which aggregates these chains together. So these individual chains, they start feeling like, to the end user, they feel like one single blockchain. You don't feel like you have to bridge and all that. As a user, you are seeing something, you have money somewhere in some blockchain, you click on an application, in the background it moves your money into the other blockchain, your transaction happens. As a user, you don't need to see this stuff. So we call it unified liquidity. And the other part is that it has infinite scalability. Like I'm showing like few chains here. This can go to like 1 million chains. I mean, not today, but today it can go to easily 10,000 chains, and this system will work absolutely fine. So that's where we are headed towards. And so my idea was that last year you heard a lot about modular. Going forward towards the Q3, Q4, you will see you will hear a lot about aggregation. Like I can already see at least 10, 20 projects after Polygon has launched this thesis. 10, 20 projects, high quality projects are also working something or the other on aggregation. And so, the benefits of this AgLayer is like every application can have their own smart contracts on their own application. And then whenever they need any cross-chain interaction, they can compose with smart contracts on compose means connect to the smart contracts on other blockchains and work seamlessly. There is the very interesting feature called bridge and call, with which, like, if one chain, let's say OKX chain, like, you guys know that OKX is launching a Polygon CDK chain connected to AgLayer. So once any chain now is connected to the AgLayer and OKX is already connected into their exchange, you can assume that all the chains are connected into OKX. Like for any builders here, it's very, very hard. If you are building a chain, it's very hard to get your chain integrated into exchanges. But with this kind of architecture, if one chain inside AgLayer is connected to any exchange, all the other chains are literally connected into the exchange because of this aggregation function. So some of these things, I mean, I'll move quickly around that because I missed my original slot. But two main important things, as we say, that unified liquidity across these chains. So you can have hundreds and hundreds of these chains, and the liquidity is unified across these chains. And as I said, the infinite scalability. That means launch 1,000 chains. Each chain has 1,000 DPS. So you have 1,000 chains, you already are at 1 million DPS. And I think that we will reach by the end of this year around, like you can literally say on a theoretical level that this system has 1 million DPS. But it's, as we say, like these are localized TPS for each application. And then, as I said, like, unlimited scalability. This is what Polygon is all about now. Unified liquidity using Ag layer and using Polygon CDK, unlimited scalability. We think, and if you speak to a lot of researchers also in the Ethereum space, you will see, and you will, you can discuss. They will say that this architecture, whether Polygon does it or somebody else does it, this looks to be the architecture which can scale to the level of internet, the kind of scalability that we want for Web3 to become internet scale. And so I will just simply say that at the end that you have this modular versus monolithic. These were the two eras of blockchains. Till 2023 mid, it was like monolithic blockchains. Today or last 6 months, we heard a lot about modular blockchains. You will start hearing more and more and more about aggregated blockchains next year. And so there are already some very big, like Immutable, the biggest gaming, A-Star, OKX. Even layer ones are connecting to this Ag layer, Near protocol, Canto, and other things. So there are a lot of things coming on the Ag layer, and as the new version, the version 2 of Ag layer, which is much faster and cheaper, launches, you will see hundreds and hundreds of these chains connecting to the Ag layer, and we think that with this we can take the Web3 to the internet scale. Thank you, everyone.